until we get to the point where political office, the reward for holding political office is not as sweet and enticing as it is, we will not have issues-based campaigns. It's unfortunate.
All I'm hearing, correct me if I'm wrong, is that the people who are declaring and running for offices in this country do not intend in any way to change the course of this country. You're telling me that the reason why they predetermine or they do what they do during campaign season is because they don't intend to do anything for Nigerians.
Absolutely.
So why run for these offices?
Self-interest. It's really very simple. So when you take the candidates that are on the table today, and you say, okay, these are the serious contenders. If you look at 3, maybe 4 of them, but really 3, and we all know the 3 that I'm talking about. Look at the antecedents. Except if you are being just dishonest with yourself, the track record speaks to the fact that these guys are largely about feathering their nests. This is what they've done for all the years we've known them in public office. Almost all of them.
You somewhat answered the question I wanted to ask by saying these people are just a handful. Let's say 17, 18 of them running for this office. And we're 200 plus million Nigerians. If they don't want to subject themselves, do we not have the powers to subject them to speaking to us? Because an antecedent has been set. President Buhari hardly spoke to us, has not still spoken to us. At the beginning of his government, he was going out of the country, then he would speak to Nigerians. And then there's a precedence now. How do we break that precedence? Because we have the media, we have the People's Parliament, the Office of the Citizen of the Federal Republic. Why can't we take advantage of those opportunities and the powers that come with that? Or is it that we're already conquered in our minds?
Well, you see, so the thing is, and the politicians understand this, the votes that determine who becomes whatever, whether it's president, senator, governor, whatever, are predominantly from the bottom of the pyramid.
Okay.
People that are highly illiterate and that are poor, right? So a man that is illiterate and poor is more concerned with how he will survive and eat the next meal.
Yeah.
Therefore, he is really not too concerned about asking, getting involved in debate and asking some funny questions. Give him some money, tell him 1 or 2 things, platitudes, and, he goes with you. The people that should drive this narrative and the people that can do what you're talking about, break us free from this pattern, is the middle class, the elite of society. And sadly, in Nigeria,
they're compromised.
Heavily compromised. I had this debate with some friends and we're still having this debate, and I used exactly that word that you used. Our elite, the middle class elite, is compromised, and they're divided. In any society that makes progress, any society that makes progress anywhere in the world, there's elite consensus. It's a word that is becoming a buzzword now. Elite consensus. So we as the middle class, we are as the people that have access to a radio mic like this and are talking, must agree amongst ourselves that this is how this country will need to go for us to make progress. That agreement doesn't exist in Nigeria, and sadly, I don't think we will ever get it.
We will ever get it.
I don't think so. I know that sounds. I know that sounds
pessimistic.
sounds
very
pessimistic and
extremely
absolute.
pessimistic.
Yes, but the reason I say that is, for it to change, we need to get a leader into office who will change the way we think, who will change our values. There's a lot of.
So when you say
issues.
we, that means concerted effort.
Absolutely.
It's not just.